Hello everyone. There was a request from one of you, I think in our email or one of the social media inboxes that I need to show you guys the process of which we implement exactly what we have showed you guys. So I'm going to use V75. This account, I don't trade on it. You can see there, but I want to analyze V75, take the trade. I'm going to log into the other account that I take on. It's on a different laptop, and on a different phone. So I'm using a different computer to record, but I'll show you guys analysis that I'm looking out for. Then when I take the trade, I'll keep updating you step by step. When I took the trade, why I took the trade, and you compare to what I've been teaching you. Is it the same or there is something different that we use, right? Of course, we're teaching you the same thing that we do, but I know by human nature, we don't put in enough work, okay? But let's try to let me try to take you through the whole process. Of course, we start by top-down analysis. Starting from the monthly time frame, of course, we've been having this level holding price, okay? Maybe just change it to red. It has been holding price very, very tight, okay? Now, excuse me. Now, this is a support level. You can see for the first month, second month, third month. This is the fifth month. We're just inside here. And the price has already decided that it's going to go back up and test this level. And also change this color since we're marking in monthly. Okay. Does not decide whether we're going to test here. And of course, we had some push up here, but we shall see it in the next lower time frame. Okay. So we're supposed to come and do some retests up here, but he has already decided to do that. Okay. Now, when you come down the weekly time frame, let's just adjust. Of course, the first thing I have to do is to first adjust. So I'm just going to adjust to one of the untested levels, which is this one, of course. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm just going to put here a line like this. Okay. You can see where price is tapping. Now, when you come to weekly, let's try to put in the same level that we have in weekly. Now, in weekly, you can clearly observe that we did have a neckline here, okay? An inside structure, okay? Here, I'm just going to change the color to the weekly color here. I'm just going to choose it to blue so that we don't confuse them. Then also, we did have the previous low in weekly. You can observe it, this. Then also, we did have this previous low in weekly, which price, of course, tested. Okay. Now, you can clearly see that this monthly level is aligning with this weekly high here, okay? Then also, you can see that we have this area here, okay? Now, when you're to observe this line, we marked it in monthly, showing us that wasn't tested, but in weekly, showing us that was tested. The same applies to this one, shows that wasn't tested, and this one was not tested because price went over it, then came back down, okay? So meaning I won't be focusing so much on the one that was not tested. So I'm just first going to delete this one because so far, we shall mark it later when we come back there. So now we're going to be focusing on this area here, okay? I can also delete this and I leave only the red line. We're going to be focusing on that and this one here, okay? So price came and tested this weekly low. This was a lower low, so we came and made the lower high. Now, also, which level gave us that push up? It was where exactly price is currently, okay? So you can clearly see this is a support level, right? So that's why I see price came back, tapped into the support, went and tested that neckline. Now we came back here, we're into the support, okay? Now, when you come back down to the daily time frame, you can see I'm just adjusting the same levels. Now, when I adjust here like this, you can clearly see level was tested. Also, when I adjust this, you can clearly see this was the neckline that we saw in weekly. When I adjust here, you can clearly see neckline was tested. Now, I want you guys to shift attention here. Now, what you observe that the market made a low, lower high, low, low. It started trending, okay? As it is approaching to this support. Be attentive, okay? Now, I'm just going to change the markings here to the daily color so that I know which levels I'm using for intraday, which levels I'm using to swing. That's the purpose of all this. So what happens is the market came and tested. So which one gave us a test? It was this one here, okay? Like this. So what do we have? We do have a lower low, lower high, tested, lower low, lower high, tested, lower low. This one was never tested, okay? So then we came and we pushed higher and we tested and reacted. So which level gave us that push? It was this level here, which is perfectly aligning in the weekly time frame. Are you seeing this? So alternatively, I can decide to just delete the weekly level like this, okay? Now this is the level. Now what happens is that price, instead of coming to, when it was coming to test this neckline, I remember in weekly, we had this neckline that was not tested in weekly. Remember the blue line, we marked it in weekly. I'm just going to go back to weekly and we observe it. Okay, let's just go back slightly to weekly here. So you can clearly observe that this was the neckline I'm talking about, this one here, this neckline. Are you seeing it? This M, then we went back and tested it. It had not been tested. Now, when we tested that, in the process of testing that level, I want you to observe something. The process of coming to test this neckline, what happens is that the market reacted to this level and continued higher. Okay, so in the process of testing this area, it created a false breakout here. Now, what did I teach you about false breakouts? That once the market creates a false breakout, it must come back and retest that level. So meaning this level here had to come and be tested. So again, we created impulse, correction, then we finished into this bottom. Now again, the same thing. Okay, when we broke down here, we had to test. We tested and you can clearly see this was the test that we had. Okay, are you observing? The market created, it broke below this level, low, lower high, lower low, then came and tested, created double bottoms. Okay, in the same level. Are you observing? Then we did what? Went back and tested this level. In the process of testing this area, it created what? A false breakout. But in this time again, it created for us an impulse that was so significant. So impulse, correction. So what do we want to see? We want to see maybe if the price can come and give us a retest into this area because we have an improper retest here. Maybe we can test this area here. Are you seeing how I've done the top-down analysis and observing and getting the trade? So right now what I'm interested in is a short-term trade here. No, it will come up, we are going to choose now. If I do some short-term trade, I won't have to take this sell because that's already given us a reason to take. You can see if I'm to extend this level here, it's also a false breakout. So impulse, correction, and a push. So I want it to push up inside there. It looks a short distance, but remember this is daily. So there's some good pips here. So I also taught you guys entry models. I'm going to apply everything that I've taught you guys. We started the moving average 200. I showed you guys. Okay, so if you're not aware of it, you're going to check our video on YouTube on the moving average and the entry. Now, when I come to, also we can get a confluence here. Okay, up to down here. Okay, so you can clearly see that this level here, this fib area here, just going to adjust, is aligning perfectly with this level. Okay, so we want impulse, correction, then we push down. Okay. So it's matching perfectly. Now, but remember, we have this level here. I'm going to change it to purple. It is not tested. Okay? It is not, okay, dark violet. It looks like purple. It has not been tested. Okay? Now, we have impulse correction. We wanted the market to come on. We have an improper test here and a false breakout also. We want the market to either come and test here or even up to down here. Now, remember these red levels are levels that we marked in the monthly time frame. Maybe just delete this. Levels we marked in the monthly time frame. You can see this is the monthly time frame I'm talking about. I can also put another level just below it here. Okay, these are the levels I'm talking about. When you go to daily, you will see them here where the market is tapping. So improper test here. So when the market come back either here or here before we can look for a change of trend in this move down to target up. You can clearly see I have my two plans. Come down into this area, then up into this area. Okay. So this is our plan. Have you understood our plan? Down into this area, up into this area. This is our rule. We have to even write down the plan we are going to follow. Now, this is the plan. You guys just look, you watch a lot of motivational videos, but you don't even understand them. This is what they mean by first make the plan, follow your plan, okay, and stick to it. So we have made our plan using structure, not just guessing, okay? So that's our structure levels are done. Now we can delete this. This has been tested, okay? If you want to, so you can delete this neckline, but we are going to use, this is weekly, so I'm not going to delete it because we shall be using it. If the market breaks, we shall be targeting here. If we break it, then we have change of structure for swing trading. Okay. So that's why I'm leaving that. I'm just now leaving, I'm going to have to deal with the daily levels. Now we're targeting the price to come back here. We can target that purple line. I've changed it to purple because it is a false breakout. Okay. We have learned about all this. You can also watch about false breakouts. Now, what is left is for us to go to our entry time frame. Now, I like starting from H4. Now, if you observe in H4, when the price was pushing higher, perfect change of trend here, okay? Price came retested and pushed higher, created another block here. Personally, for us, we just call it for anybody. Went up, came down. Now, we came back and tested this moving average. Now, remember I said when a moving average acts as support and resistance. So here it is a resistance. And remember this area was what? Was a daily level of previous support, which now became resistance. If you go back to daily, you can see resistance became support. Now it was broken, it became that. And also it is confluencing perfectly with an area of the fib level. You can see we marked it nicely. Yeah? So now you can see also here in H4, we have this. So we have a lot of confluences in this area. So we're going to look for a sell entry, but we cannot just look for a sell entry like that. Okay. So what are we going to do? Since we have tapped our area of interest, I'm just going to remove this. Since this is already, we have already tapped our area of interest. So I want to see a change of trend. What do we have? We have a high equals here. The market went and took out liquidity, creating what? Creating for us an opportunity to take a trade here. So I'm just going to change the color. I like using specific colors. So we have this area here. I'm going to use the color I like for doing that. So I've marked this area here. And another area that I'm going to mark is this previous turning point that the price gave us. And then also I'm going to mark this high that the price left for us in our target area, okay? Here. So I'm also going to delete this level. So that we're eliminating the big slides, okay? So that we don't cover candles. It will make our levels not clean. So now everything is clear. Now the market broke here, so I'm waiting for the pullback here. Then I take a trade. Or if it continues lower, remember I want to utilize this distance from here to here or from here to here because there's only tapped our area of interest. So we're just now waiting for change of trend. So we had the false breakout. The market reacted to this level and closed. We would have taken a trade here, but since I'm just reacting to I'm just making analysis now, this opportunity has gone. So I'm going to be waiting for the next one. Now, since we're using intraday, we have used H4 just to align with the daily levels and to remove the big slabs. But our entry for intraday, remember we said we use H1, okay? So I'm just going to adjust these levels in H1. Let's see, this is the entry I was talking about, okay? By now we'll be hitting almost our target for intraday. Very many pips there that we have left for the broker. Actually, let me first see how many pips. If we were to target here. Okay, around 324, very good money. So also here, I can just adjust this. Okay. Now, what are we waiting for? I'm just going to wait for the market to take out this, then come back and retest, then I can take this. Now, for the retest, some of you know might be saying that I've not seen the retest. You can refine. Intraday, I said you can refine me at 30, you can refine me at 50. You can see all of them are around the moving average right now. Okay, I'm implementing everything that I've taught you guys. Structure, I've showed you the way of taking structure. The first entry will be here, the second entry will be below the structure here. But now I'm also bringing the confluence for the EMA 200. Okay, so the thing I'm waiting for is the price to go below this. Okay, below the moving average and below this structure, so that I have a confluence area here. In the retest, I'll be taking a trade up to down here. Okay, or even I can hold some more up to here for some good pips, around 600 to 700 pips. When you come down to minute 15, same thing. Now, minute 15, we have gone below the moving average, but remember, that's not the plan. Our plan is for us to continue a little bit lower, okay, to do something like this. We can have something like this below here. Then on the pullback here, we can take our trade to target here or here, okay? So this is our plan that we are going to be following. If it fails, if we take a trade or not, I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to log into the account that I'm going to use to take the trade. And also another thing is people complain about capital and the rest. So I'm going to put in some reasonable amount between $40 to $100. I don't recommend you trading little money, but most of us, because we're not able, that's some of the amount that we start with. Okay, so we're going to use that, use proper risk management and everything. I'll be recording the progress so that I just attach it together. I'm going to log into the account that I'm going to use. Okay, I hope this will help you guys and see how I implement exactly the trading style that I've been teaching you guys on YouTube. And you see how I take the trade, how I manage the trade, risk management, money management, how do I handle emotions during that. Of course, when you have rules that you're following, there are no emotions. For example, here, we're strictly waiting for the trade to break here and then come back. That's our plan, okay? If it doesn't happen, there is no trade. That's the hardest part for most people, following rules. Of course, they cannot follow rules that they don't have. Most of us do not have rules, okay? So that's the plan we have, and we're going to stick to it. So let's just see. We're going to be waiting for it to break. When it breaks and comes back as I'm taking my entry, I'll be recording it. But this time around, I'll be on the other account. Now, this account, I don't use it to trade. Okay, there's some personal reasons I don't use it to trade because I've recorded using it in a lot of videos. That's one of the reasons I don't use it. Okay, let's wait and see how it plays out, if it will give us our rules. Okay, so we wanted the price to be below the H1 candle here and also below this level. So it has just crossed below the EMA 200 that we put. Now also when you go to minute 30, when you check here in minute 30, what do we see? We see that the price crossed also below the EMA 200, okay? And also it went to retest it, okay? Remember this is a dynamic support and resistance. So in this case, it's a dynamic resistance, okay? We're a bit late because remember, it's a bit early in the morning here. It's all we can say late African time. It's around 2 a.m. So I'm supposed to be actually asleep. So I've just taken two trades. I'm using an account of 45. Remember, I said I was going to use a different account from the other one. So I've just taken two trades to show you that it's a real account. I can add in one position just right now. Okay, I'm just going to use 0.005. Okay, so we take a sell. So I'm just going to click there. We accept the terms and say okay. Okay, so I'm going to click sell again. You can see the third position has been added. Okay, so these are the positions that we do have. So we shall be targeting, remember what our plan, we're sticking to our plan. We're targeting either here or here, depending on how the market is trading. Okay, so we've just taken an entry. Let's wait and see. So what's the plan now about the entry? Recall we say we are going to take the entry and also do trade management. So we have gotten our entry. Okay, also, even if you check minute 15, now minute 15, you can clearly see that we are below, okay? We broke below, went for a retest, not a good one. Then again, we have broken below. We have pushed, this is a good push. We reacted into this area here to recognize it, then we broke below, okay? So I expect we have pushed once, two times, three times. If it can just react into this level and continues down, it will be perfect, okay? So we're in. Let's wait and see how it reacts when it reaches here. Then we see if we're going to hold further or we exit. Okay, I'll keep updating.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I just wanted to show I added in more positions. We can go there and we check. I added in more positions because I saw it, the momentum was picking up, so I added in more positions. Okay, what we're doing is trade management. So we had three. You can check the numbers were the same. The ticket number and the prices you can check. I don't know if you watched just a few minutes back. Now I'm expecting it to push up to down here. These are many pips around here. We shall be holding out for around 157 pips. Okay, so meaning that each position should be giving us around $7. Okay, we shall be looking out for each position to give us $7. What I'm interested in is at least to just be close to doubling the account. That's what I'm interested in. Okay, so let's see how it moves out. Now, my plan is in case the price pushes and comes back here, why I've not added in more positions is because it's possible. Okay, then I'll be able to go into more positions depending on how it has done. Then I can have more entries, okay? Make sure you do not just load your account, okay? Of course, there's a lot of work that has gone into the background, but we shall talk about them when we are learning. The work like position sizing, like why have I chosen to use 0.005? Why four positions, five, two? It all depends on your plan of the trade, okay? So let's wait and see how the trade moves. I won't be updating. I'm doing the money management, okay? Okay, so let's just watch how it moves. When it makes a push and then pull back into this area here, we see what to do, okay? Depending on how much our account can hold.
A few moments later.
Okay, hello everyone. I dozed off a bit because I told you guys like it was very early here. So after a few hours, I would explain to you guys using this other chart that I already marked these levels in the previous time when I was making the recording. Uh, I made the recording here. I told you guys, I explained when it was still here. We expected the retest here. I know some people are going to panic because you have no rules. You're going to panic, okay? Then the market broke down, retested. You can see I added more trades here. So again, it's the same thing that we learned. There's nothing new that we have not learned here, okay? So what we are going to do, remember the plan that we had. I'm going to exit these trades. It has hit our target, okay? Let me just take you back to our chart that we used to do the analysis. You guys recall this part here, this level, okay? If you guys recall, this is the level we said that we're going to, the first level we're going to exit at, okay? So since we're going to exit from, we expect some pullbacks, okay? It may happen, it may not happen. So what we are going to do is we're going to do what we call money management. So since I have many positions here, okay, I'm just going to show you our the positions we have. These are very many positions, okay? So what we're going to do is close some positions, okay? We're going to close some most of these positions, okay? And then we remain with like two positions, okay? So let's close these ones, let's close these ones, and we're going to leave like two trades, okay? Let's close and leave like two trades, okay? Equity is going up, our free margin is okay. So we've already tapped our target, like we said. So now we're just waiting for pullbacks and we see. Now this time around, when the market pulls back, we're not going to use M15. Let me first go back to minute 30. Actually, we have a hidden structure here. It could still work, so I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to be interested in seeing what happens in this hidden structure here, and then we can utilize it again, okay? So let's wait and see when price comes back there. So I think let me just leave, remember our target, we've already hit even our target. We want to just, let me take out also this. I'll take out also, I just want to leave two trades, okay? Okay, those two are enough. So remember our goal was just, we had 45.6, okay? We had 45.66. I just had us to double it, and that is what our goal was. And we achieved that, I think even more than, okay? So we're almost making it triple, but we shouldn't focus on that. Just want us to focus on what I've been teaching you guys to see how we implement it, because uh, one of you requested that I should actually do a whole process of how I take the trades. Like when I'm taking a trade live, I show you guys how I've entered it, when I entered it, why I entered it. So I don't know if this one is good enough to show you guys. Though I did intraday, I also do one for swing trading, and I show you guys. Though my swing trades are usually very long, I normally hold trades for months. I can hold a trade for a month, 2 months, 3 months. The shortest can be like something like 5 to 7 days, okay? But mostly I hold trades for very long. If you guys see my analysis, I normally hold trades until they reach the place they're going to, okay? Now, let's go back to minute 15 a bit. We'll do something here. Now, I want you to observe something. From the time I took my trade, we had this push down, low, lower low, lower high, lower low. So from this entry point here, we have a market pushing low, lower high. Now, I want the market to come and retest here. And when it starts pushing down, then we can protect this. By protecting, I mean putting a positive stop loss. Now, most of us don't understand also how to put positive stop loss. This is what we call it. This is all part of risk management. Most people think risk management is just all about lot size. For example, I know they will tell you that this is how the traditional risk management is that you have $20, don't use this. You have this, don't use this. That's not true. Okay. Risk management is about what am I willing to lose? Okay. If I'm willing to lose this, how should I allocate resources to it? This is just like business. Okay. Just like the normal business you're doing outside. If you have a boutique, if you have a farm, if you have a company, the same way you allocate resources to it, and depending on how much you have, this is the same thing here. Okay. So risk management involves more than just a lot size. You have to protect what you've made. Out of what you've made, how much are you putting back? For example, out of this money that I have made, I'm going to take off a certain percentage. Okay. It shouldn't remain here. Okay. I'll take off a certain percentage and then I leave there. If let's say it has 100% profit, I can decide to say that, okay, I'm taking off 80% and leave 20% because the aim is for you to get money. We're not here to impress anyone. Don't impress anyone. You're working for yourself and your family. Okay. If you have one, right? So just make sure whenever you make something, take out what you can. Okay. Personally, I usually like taking out the biggest percentage, then the account grows slowly as I'm following my rules. Okay. So after here, I'm going to protect when the market comes and retests here after and starts pushing down. I want to protect these positions, but I may not be able to share it in this video. So that's why I've explained it earlier, just like how I explained how this thing was going to play out. Okay. So that is it now. Like I mentioned earlier, do not say that since I saw this person doing this, I'm also going to be able to do it. You have to first practice. I emphasized practice. Just like most of you come to our inboxes, and I think the team members tell you that we share exactly how we trade. Just go and practice. Do a lot of practice of what we share. I just wanted to do this so that I can respond to that. Maybe you can get confidence that exactly what we are teaching you is what we used to trade. Some of you may be thinking that maybe we hide something and you want to pay us money. Of course, everyone wants money, but it is very useless for me to take your money that I'm sharing with you that to do for free. You already pay me maybe to do a personal private consultation, or if just for you want to be taught everything one-on-one. Of course, there are a few things that if we are interacting most times, I'll share with you that I don't share publicly, but it is the things that can make you consistent are here. The only thing is your habit, okay? You have to trust in yourself, practice, okay? Practice, make notes, and journal your trades. For example, these trades, I've already written them down, okay? Just that I write in a book. I don't know if there's a way I can take a photo and I share, and the team member I don't know how they will put it, but if there's a way I could take a photo of my book, I would show you guys, okay? So this was the whole process here, okay? So this is how everything that we have taught you is what we use to take the trades, okay?